Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now apparently the contestants for the Ultimate Fighter Season 31, McGregor versus Chandler, have been revealed. Now this is not confirmed, this is all coming from Club de las MMA, so let's hope they're right about this, but we're going to get straight into it. We're going to look at the TUF31 lightweights at 155 pounds. We've got Kenneth Cross, 13-3, 28 years old, formerly on Dana White's Contender Series. Lucas Clay, 9-2, he's 27. Mitch Ramirez, 6-0, he's aged 30. Austin Hubbard, 15-6, he's 31, and he went 3-4 in the UFC. Jason Knight, 22-7, he's got the most wins and the most losses out of anybody here in the lightweight division on this roster. He's 30 years old, and he went 4-5 in the UFC. He's also had the most fights in the UFC out of anybody and in this lightweight roster. Aaron McKenzie, 11-2 with one draw. He's 34. Dakota Bush, 10-4, 28 years old, 0-2 in the UFC. And Loic Radzhabov, 16-4 with one draw. He is 31 years old. Two more lightweights are unconfirmed. One of them was confirmed recently. Kurt Halabaugh, he's 19-7, 36 years old, and he went 0-4 in the UFC. Not a very good record there in the UFC. So, looking at the lightweight roster they've got going on now, it's I think we can kind of determine who are the newcomers and who are the veterans. If we're looking at the veterans, it's probably going to be guys who have already fought in the UFC who don't have the best records either. Guys like Austin Hubbard, 3-4 in the UFC. Jason Knight, 4-5. Dakota Bush, 0-2. And Kurt Halabaugh, 0-4. I think those guys are likely the veterans. They've already fought in the UFC. They have losing records. Some of them are winless. Their overall records are not the best. And I think the newcomers, the prospects, the up-and-coming guys, they're likely going to be guys who are promising, who are newer to the sport than the veterans, obviously, but do have a chance because of their prospect status. Guys such as Lucas Clay, 9-2, 27 years old. Mitch Ramirez, 6-0, undefeated at 30 years old. Aaron McKenzie, 11-2 with one draw at 34. And Loic Radzhabov at 16-4 with one draw, 31 years old. Now, obviously, I am missing Kenneth Cross. Why have I not talked about Kenneth Cross? It did also come out that Kenneth Cross, Mitch Ramirez, and Brennan Jenkins have all got pulled off of their respective rosters, lightweights and bantamweights, to make room for some of Conor McGregor's team. So, kind of sad news there. But I don't know, man. Kind of sad to see that. We're going to move on to now the bantamweight roster. Again, not confirmed. But this is what it seems to be. Anthony Burchak, 15-8, 36 years old, 2-4 in the UFC. Kris Moutinho, some of you might know him from his fight with Sean O'Malley. He's coming back apparently. 9-6, 30 years old, 0-2 in the UFC. He did get cut in 2022. Seems to now be making a comeback. I think I will be rooting for him. He's one of the guys I will be rooting for to win this one. Trying to see that Kris Moutinho comeback. Who's with me? But Cody Gibson, 19-8, 35 years old, 1-3 in the UFC. Hunter Azure, 10-3, 30 years old, 2-2 in the UFC. Rico Disquijo, 11-2, 36 years old, formerly on Dana White's Contender Series. Trevor Wells, 8-3, he's 27. Carlos Vera from Ecuador, seems to have maybe a relation with Chito Vera, Marlon Chito Vera, who's ranked number 4 at bantamweight right now. 12-3, 35 years old. Mando Gutierrez, 8-2, 25 years old, formerly on Dana White's Contender Series. Timur Valiev, 18-3 from Russia. He is the only Russian on the TUF31 roster, all weight classes included, for season 31. 33 years old, 2-1 with no draws, 1 no contest in the UFC. And Manny Lazoya, 5-0 undefeated, 35 years old, and will serve as a substitute. He is the undefeated guy, so I think it'd be probably best to keep him on the show, honestly. But yeah, looking at this roster here, Anthony Burchak, he is another one of the guys that got cut from the bantamweight lineup. So 4 guys cut from the lineup, 3 of them from being replaced. Anthony Burchak, if I'm reading, I didn't read what he said here, but medical issues. Started filming, started due to medical issues. Whatnot. Okay, so it looks like he's got medical issues with this fight because I didn't actually read. On Monday, I was sent home from the show the day before filming started due to medical issues that the Nevada State Athletic Commission would not accept. So that's pretty sad to hear. Pretty sad news that just the day before he had to be sent home because of medical issues. The Nevada State Athletic Commission did not let him compete, so he will not be on the show now because he left the show before filming. So it seems that the substitute that they had one substitute for one guy, Anthony Burchak, now leaving the leaving the roster. It seems that Manny Lazoya, undefeated, will be substituting in. So looks like I got what I wanted at the expense of Anthony Burchak. Kind of sad about that. Wanted them both to be on the show, but it seems like it is what it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They've got 9 guys on this show right now. I don't know what that's about. Each weight class has 8 contestants with 2 substitutes. So the fact that they've got 9 guys, not including Anthony Burchak, I don't know what they're going to do there. They better keep Kris Moutinho on because, I don't know, that Sean O'Malley fight's going to have him that popularity. So if we're going to think about who's the veterans and who's the prospects, it seems that likely Kris Moutinho, Cody Gibson, Hunter Azure, and Timur Valiev are going to be the veterans. They're the guys with UFC records. Most of them don't have very good UFC records. Timur has a decent UFC record, and he does seem to be more experienced, 18-3. That's a lot of fights. I think the up and comers, the prospects, likely going to be Rico Desquijo, Trevor Vels, Carlos Vera, and Mano Gutierrez, and Manny Lazoya. There's 5 guys there. I don't know what they're going to do there. I think one of the guys here might have gone Mitch Ramirez and Brandon Jenkins. Nope, all new guys. So I don't know who they're going to cut in order to make 8 contestants for bantamweight. But it seems that we've got our lightweight matchups, or our lightweight roster, and our bantamweight matchups. I mean roster, not matchups. The matchups come when the season airs. So yeah, this is all that's confirmed for not confirmed. I mean, this is all that's rumored for the Ultimate Fighter season 31, and seems exciting. Looking forward to it.